The Kamala Harris / Biden administration is jailing blacks, pro-life blacks. We have one right here featured in this video. They're also going after journalists for their free speech rights. Welcome to John Mike Keene. This is about your state going nuts.
He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest.
So right now, I'm about to drive my wife to a federal facility she has to surrender herself there. And this is due to the Harris-Biden administration.
He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him.
Separation from your loved one, separation from a mother and a daughter at 2 years old is traumatic, and no American citizen should have to experience this in this country.
This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it.
When Kamala Harris administration is separating me from my wife and my wife from her daughter at 2 years old for unlawful assembly. My wife is facing 3.5 years for unlawful assembly.
This goes out to the Kamala Harris voters. I hope you're paying attention, especially to the black voters. Are wondering why black voters would say this. Who did she throw into prison? You're going to experience a lot more of it in this country if Kamala Harris wins. They are separating a mother from her husband and her 2-year-old daughter. That's Kamala Harris.
Obama has the audacity to speak to black men and tell black men they need to vote for Kamala Harris when Kamala Harris administration is separating me from my wife and my wife from her daughter at 2 years old. For unlawful assembly. My wife is facing 3.5 years for unlawful assembly and federal time, y'all. Okay, federal time. And it's devastating for our family, but we're gonna get through this. But I want people to know in this country, mothers, fathers, single mothers, that this cannot be tolerated, and you should not vote for Kamala, because voting for Kamala would do things like this.
He said it. Pray for this family, please. Just pray, put in the chat or pray to yourself. Please, Lord, free this woman from Kamala Harris's evil state. Kamala Harris is splitting up families because he's a pro-lifer. This is for the black voter. If you do not obey them, if you don't think like them, you step out of line, you're going to prison. All of us. Let's pray that Donald Trump commutes her sentence or springs her. Here's in England a guy who prayed silently outside of an abortion clinic and is going to prison.
Hello, we've just received the verdict from the judge in the case of Adam Smith Connor. She has found Adam guilty for his silent prayers. This is a shocking verdict. Adam, what would you like to say on receiving this verdict?
Since I was first accused of this thought crime on the 24th of November, 2022.
That's a thought crime. You go to prison for what's rolling around in your head. Here's Catherine Herridge, where the Biden administration went through her drives, went through her personal stuff. She is a very famous journalist.
When the network of Walter Cronkite seizes your reporting files, including confidential source information, that is an attack on investigative journalism.
Yes, it sure is. So I'm just trying to, it seems to me there's a pattern developing here. You're critical of the government, Miss Atkinson situation, and Shazam, they start doing all kinds of strange things to your phone line, to your computer. You're critical of the government at a major news organization, and you're an award-winning journalist. You've been there 5 years, you get fired. But it's not just you got fired. In fact,
she made the mistake of being critical to her government. There's Jim Jordan.
But what we do know is they seized your documents. That's scary as well. And you talk about a chilling effect on the First Amendment. I don't know how it could be more chilling.
They're trying to scare you into compliance. Don't buy it. We vote harder for Trump. We fight Kamala Harris. That's what this channel, the John Mike Keene channel, is dedicated to, devastating the Kamala Harris campaign and to get Donald Trump elected so this stuff stops.
Wherever you work, if this happened to you, it's an attack on free press. It's an attack on the First Amendment. It makes it more challenging for reporters to work in the future. That disrupts the free flow of information to the public. They call it journalism a profession for a reason, because it's about an informed electorate, and it's a cornerstone of our democracy. I can only speak for myself. When my records were seized, I felt it was a journalistic rape.
That's Kamala Harris. Free speech is on the ballot, y'all. These people are praying. These people are demonstrating, exercising their free speech rights, and Kamala Harris is going to destroy it. You cannot vote for this as an American in good conscience. I'm John Mike Keene. The way you stop them is by voting for Trump.